Education Secretary Betsy DeVos has withdrawn Obamaera guidelines intended to better protect victims of sexual misconduct on college campuses. The Education Department will come up with new rules, but until then, temporary guidance has been issued on how to deal with the issue. In a statement, DeVos said she wants to find a more appropriate balance between those accused of sexual misconduct and their accusers. Caitlin Emma is an education reporter for Politico Pro. She joins us from Washington. Okay, Caitlin, first of all, just what do these changes do?
So at their core, the changes that Education Secretary Betsy DeVos released today allow colleges to use a higher standard of evidence when reviewing cases of campus sexual assault, as opposed to a lower standard of evidence that the Obama administration, was enforcing that colleges and universities use. But it sort of remains to be seen actually what comes of this. I mean, we're entering, as you said, we're entering this regulatory rulemaking process. It's going to be long, it's going to be wonky, and for the meantime, colleges and universities have essentially said, we're not going to make big changes to our policies just because of what was released today. They'll probably wait until the end of this rulemaking process.
People feel passionately about this. Outline for us the two perspectives on why people support this and why people have real concerns about it. Right.
Well, advocates for victims of sexual assault are very, very upset. They've seen this move coming for a long time from Secretary DeVos. This has been a priority for Republicans for a long time. They felt as though the Obama-era guidance on campus sexual assault sort of trampled on the rights of the accused and, forced colleges and universities to go way beyond what should be required of them in these circumstances. But victims of sexual assault and advocates for victims of sexual assault feel as though colleges and universities need to be held to much higher standards when they're dealing with these cases. So on the other hand,
and why is that? Explain the case for that.
Right. Well, for example, with the guidance released today, there's a line in there that says, instances of sexual assault should be treated like, other cases of student misconduct, like plagiarism, for example, or cheating on a test. And advocates feel as though colleges and universities should have, different priorities around campus sexual assault.
Sure. And so now there are going to be these changes. You mentioned at the beginning that it could be a lengthy and complicated process. Do we know what the timeline is going to be for that?
We don't know what the timeline is going to be for that. And, in Washington, the regulatory rulemaking process, can take months. It can even take years. So essentially, colleges and universities will be operating under this document for the time being.
Okay. Caitlin Emma in Washington, thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you.